Which is in fact flashing on your screen. The mega Vodafone-Idea merger is in the last lap of negotiations. CNBC TV18 learns that the team at Idea is seeking a price which is higher than the price of the last QIP, which was at 134 rupees per share. Nisha has all the details on this. Nisha, over to you.
Thanks for that, Ekta. Of course, sources with direct knowledge and two independent sources with direct knowledge of the development at Idea Cellular and Vodafone merger deal development have shared with CNBC TV18 that Aditya Birla Group, the promoters of Aditya Birla Group, are very keen that the pricing of this deal and the Idea price as per the valuations of the merger between Idea and Vodafone India should be above the 134 rupees price of the last QIP that they had done in the year 2014. Now, the idea is very clear on this particular bid because the promoters of the company and Idea itself has said that investors have really put in a lot of faith in this particular company and they should not really lose out while the merger is taking place. So that's the kind of notion with which the negotiations have been going on. Of course, we do not have any insights into what the final negotiated price will be, but what we know is that Idea has been negotiating very hard and they clearly want the investors to really gain out of this particular merger as well, who have been in the waiting. But remember that analysts and the industry experts would say that market dynamics have changed over the last couple of years in the telecom sector. But what Idea is negotiating hard and pitching for in this particular merger talk and the pricing talk is that the inherent value, the asset value, and what can be created out of the assets is something that needs to be focused on rather than the market price currently. So we can take a look at that particular bit as well. It's an important bit of information really coming in to CNBC TV18 ahead of that final announcement of the merger, which is clearly expected in some time from now. So we are awaiting all those details, but 134 rupees is what AB Birla Group has been looking at as the floor, one of the floor prices, because the last QIP was clearly done at that particular price.
You know, so by the way, I'm just looking at the price. It's quite fascinating. Idea, you know, 134 rupee QIP in 2014. So it's been 3 years now, right?
Yes.
It basically made a high of about 200 odd rupees or so. 204-ish was the high. That was in April of 2015.
Yes.
And then it's just been a one-way downward slope, it is fall for Idea. So, I mean, the logic, as you put it, is something like this. If you're a large investor, you put money into a QIP, coaxed by the promoters and bankers, and now a big transaction like this is happening, you'd essentially want your price back. I mean, at least what you put money in.
And it's also not much higher than the 52-week high that Idea had.
The formula which essentially will be used to determine the price.
That's right? Exactly. But then in mergers and acquisitions, it's more than the formula. It's the negotiation. That really takes a really final call.
Okay. All right. So that is Idea for you. Nisha, of course, has been on top of that story. The stock is up about 1 1/3%, just under 115 odd rupees or so. That's we're going to take a very quick break here, actually. We'll just come back more on markets when we return.